Hey guys, I'm a BMX flatlander. My name's Mario Carelsi and I ride for Team Extreme, and I'm going to be showing you some BMX tips and hints. Right, we're going to look at how to choose a BMX bike. Once you've realised that BMX is what you want to do and it's the type of cycling you want to get yourself into, there's so many out there on the market at the moment, you can get kind of confused as to what to buy. But the first thing to decide is what you want out of a BMX basically. Most people will buy a general BMX which they can do several different forms of BMXing on, i.e. you could ride street on it, you could take it to the skate park, and you could do flatland on it. These bikes, there isn't really a specific one. As long as it's quite lightweight and okay, and it's got your pegs, you've got full brakes, you should be okay. But then you might decide that I want to ride flatland straight away. And if you do, you're going to need to get yourself a flatland orientated bike. Now you can do flatland on a street bike, but it's going to be limited. Eventually you're going to be doing tricks where the geometry of the street bike is just going to get in the way because it's too big, or you're going to need more brakes, or you're going to need another set of pegs. So I'd recommend, if you're going to go and start flatland, to go and get at the cheap end of the market. You'll get a nice flatland bike for around about £160. It'll have you fully kitted, it'll have all the right geometry for the frame, which means it's a shorter top tube, a shorter frame in general. You'll probably have a smaller sprocket. This is to keep the weight down on the flatland tricks. You don't want a heavy bike when you're doing flatland. You want to have everything small, minimal and quite lightweight. Now all these components are flatland specific. There are shops out there that just deal only in flatland parts, a lot of mail order companies and things, so you can have a look around and get an idea of what you want. It always pays to have a look in magazines and on videos just to see other people's setups and get an idea of, oh, I want my bike to look like that, or that looks nice, and then you kind of take it from there. Like I say, you haven't got to go out and spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds. You can get a complete setup for about £160. You might want to customise it further down the line, or when you get better you might want to spend £400, £500, £600 on a better quality bike. But to start off with, a basic bike is good. Just make sure you've got your brakes, you've got your pegs, and everything's in working order, and the bike fits you and suits you. Don't get a bike that's going to have really small handlebars or really tiny pegs, etc., because if you're a big guy, you're going to want big bars, you're going to want your seat up high, you're going to want some decent pegs on there and run quite a hard pressure in your tyres. If you're riding vert, you're going to want a vert bike, so you're going to want a longer tube bike. Your seat's going to be a lot lower, your handlebars are probably going to be a two-piece setup rather than what we've got here. So again, it all depends on what you want to ride, what componentry you want, but look into it. It always pays to research and see what you want before you go out and buy.